Welcome back to the PTS. Now, yes, we are in the surprising phase 2 of this PTS, and we are only 2 weeks away from everything being launched into the game. So, yes, expect quite a few PTS videos, coming out in the, near future, because that's all we're doing for the next few days is we are testing and going through everything. Year 7 Season 2, The Pact, that is supposed to go live on September the 9th. Now, in today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into the new seasonal journey. We now have 8 journey missions we have to do instead of 7. We have a new seasonal mask that I will tease, and, well, much more. But I don't want to spoil it, so let's jump over here, go through our little intro, and then we will get on with the seasonal journey. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below, and finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. But every season, we have a new set of modifiers, which we're slowly going through. We have new gear, weapons, new exotics, things like that, but more importantly, we have a new seasonal journey. This is your content, if you will, where, yeah, you do have weekly manhunts. Yes, you will have a climax, mission at the end. But besides the manhunt scouts and that climax mission, your seasonal journey is the true content in which you're supposed to progress through and get, that seasonal mask. But all right, let's go ahead and jump through the journey and talk about the new grind coming to the Division 2. Now, first and foremost, we do not get the seasonal pass. We do not get to see the events timeline. The only thing we have access to is the journey, and, well, that's it. We don't even have access to the priority objectives because every time I toggle over to it, like you can see, it just, clears out the screen. But we do have the seasonal journey, and I'm going to start grinding through this today, but I wanted to show you all of the new changes. So first up, there are 8 missions. However, the 8th is just to complete all of the missions in their entirety. So not bad at all. And actually, you only have to do 6 out of the 8 to even get this completed, so it's pretty funny. Where it shows here you have 2, 4, well, actually, you only have 7, but it does say that you have to complete 6. Not bad at all. Now, as far as these journeys, they're pretty simple, actually. So breaking these down, it seems like it's not even going to start to kick into gear until, mission 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the first one, pretty standard. You're eliminating hostiles with headshots, doing activities, control points, even a mission and a stronghold. The easiest ones, deconstruct, loot, and optimize items. Pretty simple. The first few journey missions are usually a breeze. The next one, it starts to ramp up a little bit. So this one is actually aimed at certain types of enemies, and you're starting to use your global modifier. So first up, we have kill 2 assault enemies with a headshot, but only with 1 magazine. So it has to be 2 different enemies, 2 different headshot kills with the same magazine. And you have to do that 25 times. The next one, you have to kill 10 enemies with a grenade. You have to get 25 headshots with a sniper. I like how here they say sniper, but everywhere else in the game it says marksman rifle, but I guess they just wanted to shorten the text here. Next up, you have to break all the armor pieces off of a tank before eliminating them, and you only have to do it once. This one's pretty messed up, man. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people have problems with this, even with the specialization field research that has an objective that's the same thing. Break all of the enemy's armor before killing them. And there are so many people that have issues with this, so it's going to be pretty interesting seeing this one unfold whenever it comes out. Next, kill rushers from less than 10 meters away. That's not that bad because they're rushing after you. Capture all control points in a named zone. So it says only 3 different named zones. That's not bad. I mean, there's 11 in DC alone. So just doing 3 of them is really not that bad. Next, we have kill enemies while your global modifier boost is at least half. And, well, that's just by doing the control points, remember. And finally, kill enemies with your global modifier at maximum. And that's whenever you clear the entire board of all the control points and you have captured all of the named zones. Not bad. Now, I already talked about the global modifier in a video earlier today, and that's why we're jumping into the journey, because this is where you would unlock your other modifiers, and then we can do a video breaking those down. So as a reward for completing Journey Mission 2, you'll start to get some active modifiers. And that's because when you go to Journey Mission number 3, you have to start using these modifiers. So first one is you have to break the shield of a hyena before killing them. You have to do that 10 times. Next, you have to kill an enemy by deflecting their damage while using unfriendly fire. Next up, we have activate spiced up while under 20% armor. You have to gain 50 stacks of spiced up. Now, this is a active modifier, and it seems it's for the entirety of this. So kill 5 enemies during one use of spiced up, kill enemies while using spiced up, level up spiced up, and level up spiced up again. Very interesting, but all of these have to do with the same thing, excluding the unfriendly fire there at the top. Next up, we have Journey Mission number 4. And this one is all about advanced material and quicksand. So advanced material, this is going to be one of your modifiers. Let me go ahead and show you. So let's activate this bad boy. So the first one we talked about was spiced up. That's this active modifier right here. The next one we're talking about right here, advanced material. So advanced material, your skills gain skill tiers and your signature weapon gains weapon damage. So it's all about skill builds and all about signature weapons. So going back to the journey, now that we've read that, we are on Journey Mission number 4. Now, the signature weapons and the skill kills with advanced material go hand in hand with it. And starting with eliminate hostiles with a signature weapon while using advanced material, then killing hostiles with a skill while using advanced material. Then you have eliminations, named enemies eliminated with signature weapons, followed by signature weapon skills used during the advanced material, and then just leveling up the advanced material. Now remember, it goes up to level 5, and if you go back to the journey, right, if you go back to the modifiers, the advanced modifiers all level up now. So level 5 for advanced material, level 5 for spiced up, level 3 for say cheese, level 3 for sanitation, and level 5 for zealot. Now going back to the journey, we are still on mission number 4. So at the top we have break the weak point of a mobilizer before killing them, and apply a foam to an enemy with quicksand. So quicksand is going to be yet another modifier. So quicksand, let's see here. Boom, right here under faction passive modifiers. And it says breaking an immobilizer's weak point will apply a foam. So that's what it means. Whenever it says in that seasonal journey, apply a foam using that modifier. And that's because the quicksand modifier applies that foam. Pretty cool. Now, again, it's all pretty much aimed at signature weapons, skill, kills, and advanced material. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Zealot, right? And Scorched Earth. So these are both, it's going to be all the Zealot active modifier and then the Scorched Earth passive modifier. So going back to your modifiers, next up we have Zealot, which gives you weapon damage and damage reduction. And yes, I will do a video breaking all of these down because it's so much information. And the other one, what was it? It was a passive modifier, and it was called Scorched Earth right here. So breaking a Scorcher's gas canister will inflict a bleed on all enemies within 7 meters, or a burn, my bad. And that burn will last until they die. Scorched Earth. And then back to the lovely journey mission. So journey mission number 5, we have to break an outcast Scorcher's gas canister 10 times and kill an enemy with Scorched Earth. So I mean, these both go hand in hand. You put Scorched Earth on, you break their canisters, and these work together. Pretty cool. And then all of the rest of them are all for Zealot. So you have keep it active for 35 seconds, damage enemies with the final explosion, resist 1,000,000 damage using Zealot, repair your armor, level it up, and level it up. Moving on to journey mission number 6. So this one with mismanagement and say cheese. Okay, so mismanagement and say cheese. Say cheese is the active modifier. This is the one that will blind the enemies with a cone, similar to your Banshee Pulse. So that's going to be pretty cool and pretty fun to use. And then the other one, what was it that they were using? Mismanagement. So if we go back, number 5, it is, number 6, there we go. Mismanagement and say cheese. And mismanagement goes hand in hand with leaders. And it says right here at the very top, kill enemies within 25 meters of their leader. And then it says apply a bleed with mismanagement. Now the rest are all about blinding the enemy with say cheese. And that is blind 3 enemies with 1 activation of say cheese, kill blinded enemies with say cheese, kill enemies while using an active shield with say cheese, blind enemies while at least 10 meters away from them with say cheese, and then leveling it up. Not too shabby. And then finally, we have journey mission number 7. Because remember, once you complete 6 out of the 7 journey missions, you already complete number 8. So I guess technically number 7 would be your wild card because you don't have to do this one. Now it looks here with bad reception and sanitation. So let's pull up those modifiers really quick. So sanitation, that's the one where it catches them on fire and you get crit. And then the other one was called bad reception. Destroying a controller's drone will break their weak point and all other enemies within... Oh, and shock all other enemies, including that controller, within 20 meters. Not bad. Now, going back to the journey, number 7, it says here, eliminate cleaner controller drones, and then it says shock enemies with bad reception. Those go hand in hand. So you're starting to see that the top 2 for all of these go together. All of them do. So same thing applies here because whenever you defeat those drones, it will shock the enemies. So you have to do the drones and shock the enemies, so it only makes sense. Do it together. And then the other ones are all going to be sanitation, right? So you're leveling up your active modifier, you're keeping sanitation active, you're repairing your armor, reach 5 stacks, and apply a burn. I mean, all of these go hand in hand with that modifier, and, well, pretty simple. All of these seem to be pretty simple. You're using the same modifier and you're doing different things, then you're using the same modifier. I mean, it's just the same thing on repeat. This seems to be a lot easier. There's nothing about descent in here. There's nothing about countdown in here. There's nothing about PvP or the dark zone. It just seems very cut and dry. I mean, the only time you're doing a mission or a stronghold is during the very first journey mission, because everything after that, it's just hyper focused on your modifiers. So That is your brand new seasonal journey grind coming to the Division 2 next season. This is all for Year 7 Season 2, The Pact. And this will come out September the 9th. So again, we are in the PTS. We are testing everything that's coming to the game. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. They are taking feedback, so make sure you have your voice, be heard. But all right, that's it for me. Kamikazevondoom. Hit the like, subscribe. You know the whole YouTube spiel. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Take care of yourself, and peace out.